And I want to start by saying that since the pandemic began, Dr. Henry, Minister Dix, and I have been focused on one thing, and that is keeping British Columbians safe. And we've been making great progress in British Columbia, and oftentimes I've taken to this podium without Dr. Henry and Minister Dix as they conducted their regular engagement with British Columbians while I took care of other issues that required attention as we came through the pandemic. But the past couple of weeks have put significant challenges in front of all of us, and I wanted to be here with them today to talk about those two primary issues. The first, of course, is the increase in case counts over the past 10 days or so. Dr. Henry and Minister Dix will get into the details of that, but during the past week, case counts have risen unacceptably high, in fact, higher today than at the worst point of the second wave between November and January of this year. The percentages of tests coming back positive has gone up by 50% in some areas, and the number of variants in British Columbia has also increased. Again, Dr. Henry will talk about the science and the details of that. I wanted to be here to say to British Columbians that we have made such great progress together, focusing on our collective well-being, individual actions to protect the greater good. And we've come a great distance, but we cannot blow it now. We're so close to the end. Our vaccine program is ahead of schedule. We have a whole range of positive outcomes from the work that we have all been doing, but we're not through. We have weeks and weeks to go, and we need to redouble our efforts to focus on individual responsibility for the greater good. Now, I know that people that tune in regularly to see Dr. Henry and Minister Dix are following the rules. They are paying attention to the details and focusing on making sure that they do their part to get British Columbia through this. The cohort from 20 to 39 are not paying as much attention to these broadcasts and, quite frankly, are putting the rest of us in a challenging situation. I'm appealing to young people to curtail your social activity. The directions will be quite clear from Dr. Henry, but my appeal to you is do not blow this for the rest of us. Do not blow this for your parents and your neighbors and others who have been working really, really hard, making significant sacrifices so we can get good outcomes for everybody. The second problem that's arisen is one, again, that Dr. Henry will touch upon in more detail than I, but that's about the eligibility for the AstraZeneca vaccine. We've had new advice. Dr. Henry's been working, of course, tirelessly with her colleagues across the country and with the National Advisory Committee on Immunization. We want to make sure when there is an indication that we need to be cautious that we do just that. Our objective, as I said from the beginning, is to keep people safe. So Dr. Henry will talk to you a bit about the AstraZeneca vaccine and how that will impact our progress going forward. But you also need to know that we had not calculated AstraZeneca into any of our thinking with respect to age cohorts. The Pfizer vaccine and the Moderna vaccine are coming in large amounts in the next number of weeks, and we are very confident that we'll continue with our exercise to make sure that age cohorts, the seniors that are so much at risk, get the vaccines that they want. And I know from my phone calls over the weekend to friends and loved ones and random calls to the many hundreds of people I talk to in a week, those that are getting a date with a vaccine, those who get a vaccine, is transforming how they look at their daily activities, giving hope for the future. And although I try to be hopeful every time I come to this microphone, I am here with a call to caution. We have lots to be hopeful about in the weeks and months ahead, but not if we don't follow the guidelines that Dr. Henry is going to lay out at this moment. Thanks very much for listening to me, and I'll pass it on to Dr. Henry to give you an update on orders, cases, and AstraZeneca.